My wife kept poisoning my meals to test my love. I made her eat the consequences. So me and my wife Diane had been married for 4 years, and everything was honestly great. We both worked from home, took turns cooking dinner, and had this whole routine where we'd eat lunch together on the patio every day. Like, people would always comment how we still acted like newlyweds. Then, about 3 months ago, Diane's sister Bethany got divorced after her husband complained about her cooking for years before leaving. Diane was devastated for her sister and kept saying how awful it was that someone could pretend to love you while secretly hating everything about you. I agreed it was messed up and told her I'd never lie about stuff like that. That's when things got weird. The next day, Diane made my favorite chicken Alfredo, but something was off. There was way too much salt in it, like burning your throat levels of salt. I took a few bites and asked if she tried a new recipe. She just stared at me and asked if it tasted good. I said it was a bit salty, but still good because she made it. She smiled and said that's what she wanted to hear. After that, every single meal she made had something wrong with it. My morning eggs would have shells in them. My sandwiches would have mayo instead of mustard, even though she knew I hated mayo. She'd put vinegar in my coffee instead of creamer. Each time she'd watch me eat and ask how it was. I'd always say it was fine and eat what I could. Then she started getting bold. She made spaghetti with dish soap mixed into the sauce. I could literally taste the Dawn, but still told her it was great. She made me a smoothie with spoiled milk that made me throw up an hour later. When I came back from the bathroom, she asked if I was okay and if the smoothie upset my stomach. I told her I probably had a bug. She started crying and hugging me, saying I was the best husband ever. That's when I realized what was happening. My coworker Hector had gone through something similar with his ex, who would test him constantly to see if he really loved her. She'd do crazy stuff and see if he'd still stay. I started paying attention and noticed Diane only messed with my food, never hers. She'd make 2 separate plates and watch me like a hawk while I ate. One night she made tacos, and I watched her add something to my meat when she thought I wasn't looking. Later I checked the trash and found a bottle of Ipecac syrup. She was literally making me sick on purpose. That's when I decided to flip this whole thing around. I told Diane I wanted to cook her a special anniversary dinner since our 5th anniversary was coming up. I said I'd been taking online cooking classes to surprise her. She got all emotional and said it was so sweet. For 2 weeks, I cooked every meal. I made normal food but acted suspicious about it. I'd taste everything multiple times in front of her. I'd add seasonings when she wasn't looking. I'd specifically make 2 different versions of everything and give her the special plate. She started getting paranoid, asking what I put in the food, why it tasted different. Was I sure I followed the recipe? I'd just smile and say it was made with love and she should trust me. She barely ate anything for days. Then came the anniversary dinner. I invited her sister Bethany and her parents over for a big celebration. I made this whole spread of food and made a big show of preparing special plates for everyone. When we sat down, I stood up to make a toast. I said marriage was about trust and honesty, and I wanted to share something important. I told everyone how Diane had been testing my love by purposely ruining my food for months, how she put soap in my spaghetti, spoiled milk in my smoothies, and even Ipecac to make me physically sick. Her mom gasped. Bethany looked disgusted. Diane went pale and started stammering that I was lying. That's when I pulled out my phone and played a voicemail she left me 2 weeks earlier when she thought I was at work. In it, she was laughing with her friend about how I ate dish soap pasta and said it was delicious, how I was too stupid to notice, and how she finally found a man who loved her enough to eat anything she made. Her dad asked if this was true. Diane started ugly crying and said she just needed to know I really loved her after what happened to Bethany. Bethany stood up and called her insane, saying her ex-husband left because she was controlling, not because of her cooking. She said Diane was worse than her, and at least she never poisoned anyone. Diane's parents left without eating. Bethany hugged me and apologized before leaving. Diane tried to explain, but I told her I was done eating her tests and her lies. I filed for separation the next week. She moved back with her parents, who made her go to therapy. Last I heard, she was dating some guy from her therapy group who probably doesn't know about her food testing phase. I just hope he has a strong stomach.